Shalom, first and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Makakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Salutation, oh yeah, I can pushing this word day in and day out, doing this quick lesson. On a video that showed up on my feed, it's called Your Tap Water Becomes Dangerous After a Blackout. So, I'll probably title this video, The Water Crisis Will Be Just as Worse, if not more worse than the food crisis. Because, you can go, the human body can go, I think up to like 2 to 3 weeks without food. And me personally, I believe the spirit's going to have it to where people going to, they're going to live a little longer than that. You're going to have people might live like a month without a single bite of food. Because the scripture says, I believe it's in Revelation, you're going to have those that seek death but can't find it, man. Just like in the First World Wars, you're going to have people seeking death, man, and can't find it, man. Because the Lord's going to keep their spirit in their body, man. Because they ultimately, that's their judgment, man, for being wicked, man. All right, majority of these people wicked. They're like, here it is, we're in the summer months, right? So what we're in, we're pretty much in July, right? This June just flew by. We got like another 12 days of June. Damn, this month done flew by. Shit. All right, so June, we pretty much entering in July, right? July is a long month. August, right? The dog days of summer we're about to enter into, right? Where it's about to be like, from now, here in this region, right, in Maryland, DC, Virginia area, DMV area. It's about to be like 90 degrees from like now, pretty much every day from now to like mid-August, right? Or the third week of August, so forth. Right, the dog days of summer. You get by the dog days of summer, then it's about to be fall, right? Fall. Temperatures cool down, spirit change. And then the thing is, that's when, the majority of these people, you got people right now already planning for Halloween, right? Halloween's goddamn 4 months away. You got people right now planning for Thanksgiving. You got people right now planning for Christmas. Right now, man. They're planning where they're going, who they're going to see, what parties they're going to, and so forth. And that's the majority of these people, right? Like 80% of these people here in America, right? So, hey, that's their distraction, man. This is why, many great miseries, evil times are coming, man. And that's the spirit, in this prepper channel. It's like an AI prepper channel, AI animation video. They're showing who? Edomites, man. This is what is Esau's trouble, man, as well as Jacob's trouble, right? 2/3 trouble, man. This is Esau's trouble, man, all right? And you see the look on their face is not a look of, yeah, I'm living comfortably. There's a look of disparity, man. If that's a word, disparity. Or I could just say despair. It's a look of despair, man. Okay. So it's about to get greasy out here, man. All right. Oh, yeah, a couple things they were talking about is that, the tap water systems, like within like 24 hours of a blackout, it's going to go bad because you got, chlorine that's getting pumped in there. You got your regular pumps, I believe through the spirit, it's going to get so bad. People going to open their shower faucet or sink faucet, flush the toilet, and then blood is just going to come out. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get to that point, right? But also, you won't have sewage contamination. People won't be trying to take a side. They're going to get hit with sewage, not be able to clean it off. It's about to get crazy out here, man. We just need Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai with this, man. Because, that's what your woman can't save you, man. Yeah, Esau damn sure can't save you, So we seek the Lord, man. We seeking the Lord early. That's why scriptures what in Isaiah it says those that seek the Lord early shall find him, man. We trying to find the Lord, man. Which we will, man. Don't let these wicked, adulterous women weigh you down, man. All these women, the fucking adulteresses here in Babylon, here in America, man. Really throughout the world, but America is what promotes this shit, man. These bitches living double, triple lives and shit. These niggas, they just being simple on social media. Like I said at that camp a few weeks ago, I said that social media done gave Esau like 10 extra years. Because we were supposed to been out of here, man. But, this shit kept niggas docile. These little skips and Jew skis. Niggas scrolling on their phone, these smartphones and shit. So, during the blackout, you ain't gonna have none of that shit. None of your comforts, man. None of your, what they call it, vices. That keep you docile, dumbed down and shit, man. All right. So, like a group of Edomites like this, right? They're going to be in a cabin somewhere. It looks like they're in a cabin or in a garage. Yeah, it looks like a cabin. You look at the wood on the left wall. So they're like in a cabin somewhere. A group like this, they're going to have to deal with angry Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. That are part of the 2/3, right? Because they got light, just having light alone. If the Lord ain't with you, it's going to make you a target in that day, man. So this is the day of the Lord, man, that, this video is talking about, man. It was going into how, even half in Babylon, which is just easy to see, half of the lakes and streams and shit, all that shit is that water is done. It's just pretty much wastewater due to all the runoff from pollution and vehicles and Esau dumping chemicals in the water. All right. These corporations dumping, hey man, we need Captain Planet to come save us, rescue us. Who's Captain Planet? Yahweh Shai, man. Right. Because pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who's the wicked? These people right here. But mainly, not only these people, the elites of these people, the people that tell them what to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Because here's Esau's ruling, but he's still, a lesser Edomite. He's got to listen to, these different banking corporations and families, man. These different banking families. Tell them what to do, how to work, how often to work, how often to get taxed, and so forth, man. How often he can have sex with his woman, his dog woman, all right? So, hey, man, this destruction can't come soon enough, man. We to the point where we tired of, talking, man. Just let everything start sparking, man. It's I think it's a summer solstice this weekend, right? My niggas getting ready to celebrate Juneteenth. I ain't with that shit, but when niggas getting ready to celebrate Juneteenth, excuse me. Hey, something big could happen, man, because you got racial tension at an all-time high, man. All right. So, hey, man, a blackout is a good thing, man. Because that'll, have different prophecies play out. An extended blackout could bring in the famine of the word. You ain't going to be able to call Aki and be like, hey, we got camp. We got camp Saturday, man. At such and such time, right? Ain't going to be none of that, man. It's going to be, hey, man, calling on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, to deliver us from our foes and give us that power, man. We hey, with spiritual power, we going to become the grid. That's one of the gifts of spiritual power. We going to concern, just like ancient Egypt, man, the elect had light. We had light in our dwelling, right? So, hey, this is modern day Egypt, so ain't nothing new under the sun. So it wouldn't be a surprise if we had light in our dwelling, or when we have light in our dwelling in the times of a extended blackout, and we're gonna be cold towards. Lord's gonna put a cold spirit towards whoever walk up like a neighbor. Can I charge my phone? No. Who are you? No. Or it could be an angel just posted right outside the door, slaying them, man. Whacking, we'll see how this plays out, man. Me personally, I ain't shut the door, man. Hell nah. Ain't none of y'all pay my electric bill. That's gonna be my answer. If I even answer the door, I might just let them just stand out there, man. Looking stupid, man. I don't fuck with you niggas, man. Or you heathens. So, it's about to get crazy, man. I watched pretty much all the video. I think I seen all the points. So you ain't gonna
rainwater,
have no,
and that's roughly.
have no. They talking about the plastic going bad and the plastic bottles and shit. Because they got BPA in it, which sometimes you can't help it. You gotta drink plastic bottle water. Like I'm drinking a plastic bottle of water right now because I ain't go to the store and re-up. But I try to drink the glass bottle of waters, man. I remember this one Edomite about a year ago. He told me, man, don't throw away your glass bottle. Because he knows, something's funny's about to happen. So, the glass bottle, your water stays fresher longer than the damn plastic bottle, man. Which even the glass bottles nowadays are GMO glass bottles, man. So this was coming for you devils, man. You devils, you love America. You about to go down with the evil city that you love, man. All right. You want people bugging out. Ain't gonna be no medicine, no anesthesia, no cigarettes, no alcohol. These Americans need that shit. They need their fix, man. All right. So let me get some precepts, man. So Revelation 12 and 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. So the angels rejoicing because we about to fully inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. Physically inherit it, man. Woe to the average of the earth and of the sea. Yeah, because, you look at sea in the scriptures, it goes into what? A lot of times, the sea of people, Even though you got people that live in the sea, though, right? But, it's twofold. You got the sea of people as well, too. You got people that live in boats and shit like that. They live. Like right now, it's warm outside, so people, you got people that don't even live on ground this time of year. They just live on their boat. Which is dangerous because you got dangerous storms and shit out there, man. Fucking them Edomites up. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. You're the so-called white man. All right, who's this military head? It's Trump, man. The least are gonna tell Trump, look, it's time. I'm like, man, it's to the point where I believe they're just waiting for a brother to get the power. This one brother to get the power before they kick this shit off, man. Because why are they kicking the can down the road so long? You got Trump talking about a deal with the Strait of Hormuz. Lord willing, they don't strike a deal, man. Lord willing, the deal flops. Or it's a lie. It's a whole psyop, Because they said, come July, if the Strait's still closed, man, all hell's going to break loose. So we'll see. Because he knows that he have but a short time. He's a so-called white man. He's going to know the Lord's going to show him, like, he's outmatched, outclassed, outwitted. He can't do nothing. Everything he does is a huge failure, man. All right, so that's why we live day to day in this society, man. Because this thing could happen at any moment at this point, man. And we're getting ready to fully implement the B system. You got these different tech companies talking about, because these tech companies, they invest in these private prisons too. So, they talking about chipping these prisoner niggas and shit. So, we'll see how it plays out. Second Thessalonians 50, for many great miseries shall be done to them. Then in the latter times shall dawn on the world because they have walked in great pride, man. So, yeah, many great miseries, man. You know, this is one of them, man. This is one of many. Is a water haltage, man. Like you need water to live, man. I believe there's a scripture on that, man. Principal things. Let me look up the principal things. I believe it's principal things or chief things. Yeah, I think it's chief things. Let me see. Let me look up chief things. Yeah, it's the chief things. Let me get, I'll probably end it off on chief things. It's Amos 5 and 18 on to you that desire the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So the day of the Lord is darkness, dark evil times. All right. Because we ain't going to be on the corner warning the people no more, so they got no cloak. Right now they got a little bit of a cloak because we out there, prophesying, but real soon it's about to be a famine of the word. And that's when the floodgates are going to be let loose, man. The floodgates of destruction, death angels, so forth, man. It's a terrible time to have children in this society. Your children. If you have children, they for the sword, man. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, a wind in the house leaned him, hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it, all right? So, ain't no running. Ain't no running from judgment real soon, man, all right? Right now, you can run, you can go to, what they call that shit, damn, they got a word for it. I was about to say PC, protective custody. You can go to PC, protective custody and shit. You can run from your little troubles. A person you ratted on. A woman can run from her ex-husband, baby father. And shit, man, niggas. But, when this deal goes down, which is very close, the deal is very close, man. Say definitely within the next year. Then, we're going to see how tough you niggas are. We're going to see what you made of, man, So let me get this last piece up. This is Ecclesiasticus 29 and 21, or Sirach 29 and 20. The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame, man. So, it's better to come back to the Lord, because we're going to have all these things, right, during this time. We're going to have everything. We're going to be the wealthiest men on earth, right? But 2/3 and you heathens, you ain't going to have none, right? It's water and bread. No, if you do have it, someone's going to come take it for you. Someone's going to come get it for you. It's going to be purged like out here, all right, on steroids. It's water. The water is number one, man, And you about to have a water. That's going to be one of the first things you lose, man. Even before you lose your house, you're going to lose water. Like day one of Jacob's trouble. And bread and food. Your food's going to spoil. All right, majority. Because majority of the people, if you ever do like these app jobs and shit, like Instacart or something else, DoorDash, uh, Walmart, Spark, and you do the shopping and shit. Man, most of these people, they shop like, especially Esau. Esau's be shopping fresh foods and shit, you know. So fresh foods are gonna go bad first within, like fresh food goes bad within what, 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. It just starts to get bacteria, man. Especially if it's meant to be refrigerated, you know. And that's the shit Esau buys. So Esau's gonna go bad shit crazy. And clothing, yeah, your clothes. You know, a lot of people gonna be out the house when this thing go down. So they're gonna be wearing the same clothes, holes in it and shit. Socks, well, for like goddamn 10 days straight, you know. Clothes just withering away. And the house to cover shame. Yeah, you know, you're gonna lose your house too. You're gonna try to go home. You want people surviving, right? Certain judgments and shit, because their ultimate judgment ain't hit yet, which is the thermonuclear missile. But then they're gonna make it back home. It's gonna be a whole nother family living in there, man. Especially you got a big ass house, you gonna have multiple families in there. You could have up to like 10 families, 10 Amigo, Northern Tribe families in there, man. All right, what you gonna do then, man? You gonna slug it out with all of them, you damn devils. So, you know, we living in the last days of our fucking enemies ruling over us, man. So this whole society has to collapse, man, or every industry has to go under, man, all right? We got a housing crisis going on right now. You know, houses aren't selling like they was back in 2022, 2021, 2023, 2024, and even 2025. You know, houses staying on the market a lot longer. All right. So, hey, man, we just gotta wait and see what the Lord does next, man. Because, you know, society's getting redundant, you know. The Lord, he's getting ready to make something major happen, man. So,